Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal led Madhya Province government in minority after CPN Maoist Center and CPN UML exit. Upendra Yadav makes preparations to leave the federal government. Parliamentary Committee issues directive to immediately initiate the process to return the encroached land of Tribhuvan University. The university urges the government to form a high-level probe committee. India to hold its fourth phase of elections tomorrow to elect 96 members of parliament to the lower house of parliament as the world's largest electoral exercise moves into its final month. And Sudur Pashchim province defeat Lalitpur 11 by 16 runs through Duckworth-Lewis method in the Lalitpur Mayor Women's Championship. APF also defeat Koshi province by 24 runs. The Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal-led Madhya Province government has fallen into minority after CPN Maoist Center and CPN UML exited the government. CPN Maoist Center and CPN UML are doing legworks for a new political equation with Janmat Party and Loktantrik Samajwadi Party. 4 ministers and 2 state ministers from CPN UML had jointly submitted their resignations to Province Chief Minister Saroj Kumar Yadav. 3 ministers from CPN Maoist Center have also quit the government. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Yadav is in the mindset of reshuffling the cabinet and lock the vote of confidence. Amid this political development, the Upendra Yadav-led Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal is also preparing to leave the government at the center. Yadav has called for the party's Central Committee meeting following the Executive Committee meeting. Yadav's close aides have said the meeting today dwelt on potential new alliance and that it was inappropriate for the party to remain in the government following Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal's latest comments on the party's split. After the split of Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal, the parliament's 6th largest party, its chairperson, Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister Upendra Yadav has backed off from his responsibilities with the government and the parliament. After division in his party a week ago, he did say that he had decided not to quit the government. However, he has not gone to the health ministry lately or attended the meeting of the Council of Ministers, parliament meeting or the all-party meeting. It has been a week since Deputy Prime Minister Yadav has gone to the health ministry. When leader Ashok Rai along with other leaders split from the Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal and went to the Election Commission to register a new party last Sunday, the party's central chair Upendra Yadav was on a visit to the United States. Yadav returned back home a day after the split of the party and met Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal and assured him of not leaving the government. After holding a press conference to inform about the party's decision not to exit the government, Yadav has not been seen in any government meetings or public programs of party discussions. He did not even attend last Thursday's meeting of the Council of Ministers. Yadav also did not participate in the all-party meeting called by Speaker Devraj Ghimire that included other top brass leaders. He was also not present at the beginning of the Parliament's budget session last Friday. Health Minister Yadav should have been busy in the planning of the budget for the ministry to be included in the government's policies and programs scheduled to be presented at the Parliament this Tuesday. However, the works of the ministry have been affected due to his absence. Prime Minister Dahal had publicly made a comment that he would do anything necessary to sustain the current government. As Yadav knows that the split of his party is a result of Dahal's comment, his stay in the government does not seem long. In our Public Voice segment, today we have asked people in several provinces who should do what to lift the obstructions at the parliament. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
भ्रष्टाचार गर्ने के गर्ने छानबिनै गर्न नपाउने भन्ने कुरा विषय हुँदैन त्यसकारणले यसले छानबिन गरेर मार्ग प्रशस्त गरेर अगाडि जानुपर्छ
संसद अवरोध मात्रै नगरेर अन्य बाटोबाट पनि यसको समाधानको बाटो खोजिनुपर्छ
सहकारीको पैसा डुबाएको भन्ने विषयमा पहिलो कुरा त उहाँलाई आफ्नो स्पष्टीकरण राख्न दिनुपर्छ उहाँको स्पष्टीकरण यदि त्यो संसदलाई चित्त बुझेन भने संसदले छुट्टै एउटा समिति बनाएर यसको अवरोध खोल्नुपर्छ
कुन व्यक्तिलाई कहाँ कारबाही गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यस्ता कुराहरुमा नचुकिकन नभइकन संसदीय गतिरोध हटाउनुपर्छ।
संसदीय समिति गठन गर्नु संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया पनि हो, त्यसलाई गठन गरिदिने।
संसदीय समिति गठन गर्न दिएर गतिरोधको जड आफू होइन भन्ने जनतालाई प्रमाणित गर्न दिनुभयो भने त्यो भन्दा राम्रो संसदको गतिरोध अन्त्य गर्ने बाटो केही रहन सक्दैन।
समिति गठन गरेर यो समस्याको समाधान गर्नुपर्छ।
प्रधानमन्त्रीजी हुनुहुन्छ देशको गार्जियन भनेर उहाँले पहल गरेर यसलाई चाँडैभन्दा चाँडै संसद खोलाउनु पर्यो।
प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूले नै सबै दलहरूसँग चाहिँ कुरा चाहिँ गरेर चाहिँ यसलाई चाहिँ सर्ट आउट गर्नुपर्छ।
सबै पार्टीहरू मिलेर जनताको हित र अधिकारको लागि लड्नु पर्यो।
गृहमन्त्रीज्यूले चाहिँ मार्ग प्रशस्त गरिदिनुपर्छ।
The Parliament's Education, Health and Information Technology Committee has issued a directive to immediately initiate the process to return the encroached land of Tribhuvan University. After continuous reporting by Kantipur Television regarding the irregularities seen in the use of Tribhuvan University's land, the Parliament's Education, Health and Information Technology Committee had a meeting today with the Education Minister and the officials of the university. At the meeting, lawmakers raised questions on how Tribhuvan University was unaware of governmental, non-governmental and private entities misusing its land. However, high-ranking officials of Tribhuvan University said as politicians were linked in encroaching and misusing the university land, it is not possible to retrieve the land without the support from the political parties. They also complained that they did not have the required resources to find out the amount of land and fiscal infrastructures the university has. They suggested that a high-level probe committee should be formed to carry out the investigation. Chairperson of the Education, Health and Information Technology Committee, Amar Bahadur Thapa, assured that anyone involved in the irregularities under the protection of political parties would not be spared. The Tribhuvan University is not aware of how much land it has across the country. Out of the 3,700 ropanis of land at Kantipur, around 2,000 ropanis are in the control of various individuals and groups. Likewise, the 115 ropanis of land in the capital's Naikap is in possession of land mafias. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you what should be done for further development of information technology and new entrepreneurships. 62% voted for A, policy-wise improvement, 24% for B, easy and subsidized loans, and 14% for C, market assurance. And here's today's question. What should be done to return the land of Tribhuvan University as directed by the Parliamentary Committee? Your options are A, form a probe committee, B, Tribhuvan University itself should take initiative, and C, start legal process. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Entrepreneurs from the private sector have suggested the government to introduce a budget that would bring policy-wise stability in the country. Speaking at the first session of the ongoing Kantipur Economic Summit 2024 in Kathmandu today, chairpersons of the Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Confederation of Nepalese Industries, and Nepal Chamber of Commerce have suggested to form policy to boost the confidence of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs suggested the government to introduce economic and monetary policies to regain their confidence. Speaking at the same program, Secretary at the Ministry of Finance, Madhukumar Marasini, said the government will move ahead by taking the private sector into confidence. It's time now for the international updates. India is bracing itself for the fourth phase of its weeks-long elections tomorrow to elect 96 members of parliament to the Lok Sabha, or the lower house of parliament, as the world's largest electoral exercise moves into its final month. The polling tomorrow will take place in all the 25 Lok Sabha constituencies of Andhra Pradesh, 5 constituencies in Bihar, 1 in Jammu and Kashmir, 4 each in Jharkhand and Odisha, 8 constituencies each in Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal, 17 in Telangana, 11 in Maharashtra, and 13 in Uttar Pradesh. The voting will begin at 7 a.m. and end at 6 p.m. local time. However, the closure of poll timings may differ parliamentary constituency-wise. The fourth phase also features a bit of glamour in the east of the country, where Bollywood veteran Shatrughan Sinha is seeking re-election in West Bengal's Asansol, and to the south, where actress Madhavi Latha from the BJP is standing for the Hyderabad seat in Telangana. The two main contenders for power are Prime Minister Narendra Modi's governing Bharatiya Janata Party and the Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, a coalition of 26 parties led by the main opposition party, Rahul Gandhi's Indian National Congress. The first three phases of the election, which were held on April 19, April 26, and May 7, saw a voter turnout of 66.1, 66.7, and 61% respectively. The voting so far has been lower than in the 2019 elections. In total, 969 million people are registered to vote in 543 parliamentary constituencies across 36 states and federally governed union territories. Israel has told tens of thousands more Palestinians to leave Rafah as it intensifies military operations in southern Gaza. Flyers dropped from the air and posts on social media told residents in the city's eastern districts to go to Al-Mawasi, a narrow coastal area which Israel calls an expanded humanitarian zone. Parts of Rafah, where the streets were packed with local and displaced people just days ago, now look like a ghost town. Israel has said it will proceed with planned operations in Rafah despite the U.S. and other allies warning that a ground offensive could lead to mass civilian casualties and a humanitarian crisis. Yesterday evening, the IDF said it was currently striking Hamas terror targets in the Jabalia area in the far north of the Gaza Strip. Earlier, it instructed residents to leave some areas of northern Gaza. It said they should temporarily evacuate to shelters in western Gaza City. Israeli media reported that several Hamas rockets were fired at Ashkelon overnight, a port city about 10 kilometers north of the Gaza border. The Times of Israel says 3 people were lightly injured when one rocket hit their home. Israel's plans to extend its ground offensive to the southern tip of the Gaza Strip, where hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have sought refuge from fighting elsewhere in the territory, has sparked international concern. Last week, U.S. President Joe Biden said the U.S. would not supply heavy weapons to Israel, which could be used in a major assault on Rafah. It's now time for another short break. We'll be right back.
Sports News.
Sudur Pashchim Province defeated Mayor Lalitpur 11 by 16 runs through the Duckworth-Lewis method in the Lalitpur Mayor Women's Championship to start off their campaign with a win. In the rain-affected match played at the Tribhuvan University Cricket Ground in Kantipur today, Sudur Pashchim were put to bat and posted 122 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. Skipper Bindu Rawal top scored for Sudur Pashchim with a 28-ball 30. Kavita Joshi also contributed a quick-fire 25 off 20 balls and remained not out, while Savitri Dhami also added 17. Aarti Mahato and Kritika Marseni, with 2 wickets each, were the most successful Lalitpur bowlers. Chasing a victory target of 123 runs, Lalitpur had scored 45 runs for the loss of 2 wickets when play was halted after 11 overs due to rain. According to Duckworth-Lewis method, Lalitpur should have scored 62 runs at that stage for victory and thus lost the match by 16 runs. Skipper Pooja Mahato, with an unbeaten 14 off 11 balls, was the leading scorer for Lalitpur. Saraswati Ganga Magar also added 12 runs and remained not out, while opener Lakshmi Chaudhary scored 10 runs. Janaki Thapa and Ritu Kanojia claimed a wicket each for Sudur Pashchim. In another match played under the Lalitpur Mayor Women's Championship today, Armed Police Force defeated Koshi Province by 24 runs in a rain-affected match which was reduced to 5 overs each. APF were invited to bat first and posted a total of 56 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in the allotted 5 overs. Indu Verma was the top scorer for APF, smashing an unbeaten 38 off 15 balls with the help of 2 sixes and 5 fours. Alisha Kadia and Hiramai Roy each claimed a wicket for Koshi. In reply, Koshi province managed to score 32 runs in the allotted 5 overs, losing 2 wickets. Skipper Apsari Begum scored a quick-fire 25 off 20 balls and remained not out. Sida Ranamagar, with 1 wicket, was the only APF bowler to grab a wicket. 2 matches are scheduled for tomorrow. Bagmati province are up against APF, while Koshi province will face Sudur Pashchim province tomorrow. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.